Hey, Jammers, it's Jordan.
And Michael.
Nick is also here. We're coming to you before the episode with a special message. You may have heard of the horrible, devastating fires that have hit Maui and destroyed pretty much all of the town of Lahaina on that island.
Pretty horrific.
It turns out we have a jammer who just last week was featured on Spit and Silly when he came all the way from Hawaii to
bring us snacks.
Yeah, we ate them on the show, and they were all from Maui and stuff, and they were really good snacks. And it turns out he's been affected by these fires that have been raging over there.
So we were thinking maybe some jammers, would want to help him out, and so we were gonna record a message and see if anybody wanted to donate to help Brett. But we reached out to him first, and he graciously said he'll be fine, but he teaches at a school that could really use the help, and they're not getting it.
Yeah, the school's been damaged, and it's put this trip that they take the students on in jeopardy as well. And so we'll be linking this GoFundMe to make sure this school trip keeps happening. They take their 8th graders to the East Coast for a learning journey, rich in science and social studies experiences. They go to the Kennedy Space Center, Walt Disney World Imagination Campus, just a bunch of cool STEM stuff and a cool experience for these kids. So if you go to bit.ly/Sacred Hearts School, all lowercase, and that's hearts with an S, it'll take you to the GoFundMe page, and you can help out loyal jammer Brett and his school get those kids on their trip.
So if you could spare it to help out a jammer and help some kids in this horrible disaster, this one time when Eric shills at the end of the episode to buy something, ignore him and maybe donate to some of the relief and help these kids at the school.
Yeah, if ever there was a time to redirect, your money from a Face Jam piece of merch.
As cool as the little piece of plastic that makes a noise with Nick screaming is.
Yeah, maybe just this once we'll allow it to help Brett and these kids at the school he teaches at, help them out. And also, I don't know what's with Eric. Why is he pushing this stuff? Didn't he listen to the start of this episode?
I know. It's weird. It's pretty. If he even tries to plug merch at the end of this episode, that is just gauche beyond. I'm cringing now thinking about it, and that's using it properly.
Yeah, I can't even imagine, honestly. Anyway, that's bit.ly/Sacred Hearts School. Again, all lowercase, hearts plural. If you're able, help a jammer out. And now, get ready for some tonal whiplash as we start the episode of Face Jam you were expecting to listen to.
You're going to want to turn the volume way down at the beginning.
Eric fucked up.
Welcome to Face Jam, the show where we try every new fast food creation and let you know if you need it. You probably do. I'm your host, Michael Jones, alongside my co-host, Jordan Cwierz. Jordan! How are you?
I saw that coming from a mile away.
Jordan
was also trying to direct you. As
Jordan was so happy. You started doing it, and he was just closing his eyes, nodding, just going.
There's always one last minute thing that is going to set the tone for how the episode starts. And this week it was Michael saying, "You didn't test my mic."
Yeah, you didn't test my
and
audio.
Nick going, "I trust you." Yeah. And Michael going, "That's a mistake." And I was like, I know how this is going to go.
We didn't test it, and I don't have headphones.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, it's really moved on from Jordan and is at most of you two now. Yeah. This, I know where this is going because it used to be directed at him. But he's become so agreeable on most things.
Do you think you've become more like him or him more like you?
I think both.
Yeah.
Jordan, my thoughts?
Yeah.
I think so.
I agree. And I think that's an interesting premise for a show as well.
Becoming the same person?
No, just the influence that two people can have on each other when they start at opposites, polar opposites, and how the influence, I'm making a Camp reference.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get people to listen to every previous episode of this show.
They should do that too to see how we slowly become the same person.
Yeah, you're not going to even understand. We used to sound different. Now we sound the same. That's why Eric's starting to sound like us too.
Yeah, that's why.
They're always like, you all sound the same.
I don't understand that at all. Through the
sort of tenure of this show, the things I don't get are people going, Eric and Michael sound the same. Not at all.
We don't. I get why they think that because people don't know stuff, but I understand that they think that.
And the other thing that I'll never understand, and I feel like we got over the hump with it in general, this was something you had to like teach the audience was, well, I can't listen if there's no video. How am I supposed to know who's talking? Do you remember that whole saga?
Yeah, we used to hammer people for that as well.
Well, because they wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
Because it doesn't make any sense. But I think those two ideas might be linked. I think people get confused when they can't see who's talking because they don't know which voice belongs to which person.
But all you have to do is listen.
No, but when they think Eric and Michael sound the same, and then they see a video, they go, "That's Eric." I was picturing somebody else. I was confusing him with somebody else.
Boy, that happens a lot.
Yeah,
I didn't think that's what Eric looked like. The fuck did you think? What did you think?
There was. I don't even remember who this was. By the way, Wendy's English muffin sandwiches. There was a time not too long ago, a month or so ago, something was going on in the office, and there was a bunch of people in the kitchen. And you, Eric, were doing something in broadcast. I think it was a face thing. And they were playing it in the kitchen. And people were talking, and someone mentioned to me, like, oh, this is pre-recorded. And I was like, no, this is live right now. And they literally said, but isn't that you talking?
What?
Yeah. And I went, no, that's Eric.
What? They work here.
Yeah, I know. That was me that yelled, not Eric. Whoa!
That was Crash Bandicoot.
That was Eric. He's getting good.
that whole story, that was me talking.
That was Jordan, and that's what he could do if he felt like it.
Yeah.
Because we have.
Well, no, I have to actually. This is actually a strain to talk this way.
Oh no!
It's very polite.
It's like me trying to do my accent again from Jersey.
Right, my natural talking voice, speaking voice is just Michael.
Oh God!
And I have to put on this voice so that people know that I'm not you.
It's very polite.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan. Muff pinions?
What?
This man needs to be stopped.
Where did that even start? Where did that start? I don't remember.
Pub pinions.
Was it?
I think was the first one. Yeah.
It's not even none of them are good.
None of them are good.
What are you talking about? This one's good. It's opinions about muffins.
Muff pinions might be the best one. What are your opinions on Muff? What do you think? You wrote it.
Ooh, right in the muff.
You gotta stop saying it.
Okay.
Say muffin if you're gonna say anything. Say muffin.
You didn't write
I'm sorry, you didn't write muffin
Please
pinions.
say muffin. Please say muffin.
I'll tell you, we were eating this morning, and you were like, "This is it," and I went, as I usually do, especially because the food was just dropped here. This is an AM.
Yes,
It's a real AM style. And
JAM.
so it's very good. I, even more than ever, didn't know what the hell was happening.
Yeah.
And looked at you and I went, this Face Jam? This spin, what is
Yeah,
this?
it was Michael sitting down. The food was being presented. And he went, Face Jam or Spittin' Silly?
And I say,
right, because there was no hullabaloo before.
now, in addition to my normal, just general confusion, it was me going, this, and you're like, Face Jam. And I went, this isn't new. And you're like, no, it's new. And I went, this is sausage and egg. I promise you, they've been doing this. And he went, the muffins.
The muff is what's new.
And my
that's why I asked for
eyeballs
muff
rolled
pinions.
into the back of my head.
Yeah.
I got a bed for this?
Right.
For muff pinions? Crazy.
They'll put anything on the radio.
It
these
was
days.
just like a couple of confused questions. Me going, no, but what is it? He's like, this is the new thing. And I just kept going, what? And he finally went, the muffin. And I stared at it and went, you got to be
The
shitting
English
me.
muffin thing.
You
Well,
gotta be
Wendy's
shitting me.
We were talking about Wendy's breakfast. We're not much of a breakfast podcast because we were typically
but
later in the afternoon.
This is a great opportunity to explore new horizons.
Yeah.
I think.
might
Like
make,
sunrisens.
wow.
Muff risins?
Sun pinions.
Does that work?
What?
Never leave a muff sitting out in the hot rising sun. That's all I'm saying. That's my opinion.
This is not good.
But I think that's more fact than opinion. But that, I'm just saying. It's almost 11
I was
o'clock.
going to say it's 10:30 a.m. Wendy's breakfast has only been around for a little while.
Couple
It's-
years.
It's pretty new.
3 years?
I feel like that was during. I don't know if it was during COVID.
Dude, COVID's a black hole
Me
as
too.
far as
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
I'll
it's-
swear something is a year or two old. And it's like if say something came out in 2009 or 2010,
means nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
If I think something came out in 2020 or 2021 and it came out in 2019, to me that's like pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's like a different
Yeah.
lifetime. That I will never get that right.
My sense of time really does have a black hole. I can remember anything during 2019, but if it's 2020 onwards,
Yeah.
they might as well have all happened
it's
in
a
the
black
same
hole.
year. Like 2020, 2021, 2022, even 2023, all the same year to me.
Yeah, I will say
like
I've been
it is
doing
blurred together.
I've been doing a thing recently where I think that COVID started in 2019. So I'm
kinda
just,
did.
I'm just
I mean, it
like,
probably did.
well, I mean, I'm just like lumping it all into one
sure.
thing where I'm just like, yeah, man, it's like for 5 fucking years of just this shit, and I don't know if it was.
That's the Gus special. It's been going on for 2 decades.
Yeah, absolutely. If it was like 2015 or before, I just like that's pre-COVID, and everything after 2015 is just COVID times. So Wendy's
I can't wrap my head around 2015 being 8 years ago.
wild, right? Yeah.
I watched Tron Legacy,
Mhm.
a movie that came out in 2010.
Yes.
Which in itself is shocking to me. Even more shocking, that was 13 years ago.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
That was, if you were born in 2010, the year Tron Legacy came out, you're a teenager.
If you were born in 2010, the year Tron Legacy
Yeah,
came
I mean,
out.
that's how
a good-
people
that's a
measure.
good- yeah, that's a good like.
You know those
replacement of
those
the year of our
quizzes of
Lord.
like, oh, what blockbuster movies came out the year you were born? Tron Legacy.
I don't think it's-
Blockbuster in the term of big movies people
Right.
saw in the theaters, not Blockbuster, the store that didn't exist if you were born in 2010,
Right.
the year that Tron
Was
Legacy came
Tron
out.
Legacy a blockbuster though?
It did well,
Did
I
it
think.
do well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
It wasn't
then
critically acclaimed.
Disney's just milking that thing for like everything they can.
Yeah, but they refused to make another Tron movie.
Well, that I
gotta
don't
wait
think
30
they
years
wanted.
or something.
They didn't
Right.
want to make that Tron
think they
movie.
did. And
They're
it
just
really
like, well,
shows.
fuck. I don't want. I guess whatever.
so
but
I-
it
They
had.
can only de-age the face so much.
Yeah, and that's
Act
and
now.
that was
Look,
the best part.
that was the best part.
Yeah, we got
that is
Digibridges.
something. So I saw that movie in 2010 in theaters. Left my mind the
Yeah.
moment
Oh,
I walked out of the
absolutely. Yeah.
theater. 13 years later, I
Oh,
watched
the
it.
movie left your mind, not you left your mind at the theater.
I left my mind in
Haven't
Tron.
thought since.
I went into Tron. I came out a different person. No brain.
Came out young Jeff Bridges.
Is Digibridges.
I forgot that Digibridges was a thing.
Yeah.
Like
So-
I watched
and-
that. I go,
and,
not
dude.
only is it a thing, he's the bad guy.
Yes, he is. He is.
How did I forget?
He's the bad guy in the thing. Digibridges.
I forgot that too. Why
Yeah.
is he the bad guy?
Clue.
Clue. He's a digital representation of
Yeah.
himself.
So
So I hadn't seen the original Tron, and this was part of a double feature I did. So I
Oh.
watched the first Tron,
Woof.
in which actually I think Tron is a better movie than Tron Legacy.
Oh, that doesn't
think-
surprise
I
me.
think
I just
most
don't think
people
either
think
are
that.
very good.
yeah, no.
Yeah, but he goes.
Did you know that the technology didn't exist for 3D elements to exist on film? So all of that, all the stuff, it's more closely related to
Wendy's
who framed
breakfast?
who framed Roger Rabbit
I
than
see.
it is a typical VFX
Wow, that's
movie.
crazy.
It's rotoscoped, hand painted over film. What were we talking about?
Well, I will say that now we truly are a podcast, 4 white guys sitting around talking about Tron.
I just think it's so interesting that the de-aging thing happened in 2010.
2010.
And it wasn't very good.
It doesn't look
wasn't,
great now.
It wasn't the
Yeah.
de-aging.
I mean, it's as good as it can get.
It's not the
but-
same technology, clearly.
No.
Yeah.
It's all just computer generated and
Right.
animated with, I think, some reference points. They didn't do like the full like motion capture face camera thing that they do. There's some shots that look really bad though.
Yeah.
It's funny you talk about Tron and how old it is, and you can't believe Legacy was 13 years ago because it was at RTX. There was one of the night parties or whatever with RTX, and they had Tron playing in a bar, and I'm walking out, and Pasta Pete's partner was there,
Of course.
and she calls me over. She's like, "Oh hey, hey Michael." I'm like, "Oh, I'm talking to her," and she goes, Chris was telling me, she goes, "That's your movie." And I go, "What?" And I look at the screen and she's like, "Yeah, that's Chris was telling me about Laser Team. That's Laser Team." And I'm staring at the screen. And I look back at her and I go, "That's Tron." And she's like, "That's not Laser Team." And I go, "That movie's like 40 years old." And I was just staring and I go, "Look at it. Look at the movie." And we look up and it's just how else can I explain? That's Tron. It's 2023.
That's incredible.
Those men are in their 60s now.
That's so cool.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
What are you saying? No, I wasn't in Tron.
It wasn't even Tron Legacy.
Are you
it
sure?
was
the
Tron.
original Tron.
Now, hang on. Are
the
you
screen.
Hey, this looks
sure
like
that
some
you weren't in
shit an
Tron?
internet company would make, right?
This looks like shit. Were you in this?
I was like, what?
Oh my god!
What do you? They like stopped me as I was walking by. I go,
Look, it's like
look, your movie, and they were just like, I just thought because it was RTX, they put your movie on.
Wow.
That's not how I thought that story was.
No,
gonna
that's
go.
pretty
I
good.
thought it was going to be a thing
Chris
where
came over and went, congratulations, you wrote this?
Well, that's what he's been telling people.
I thought it was
great.
going to be a thing where Chris was like, big Tron guy, Michael.
That's what I thought.
Michael
Like he was
Jones.
saying, like that's
No,
like
we
his
were
favorite
strong
movie.
guy. I
We
know.
were all surprised.
Yeah. I like calling him Digibridges was always really good.
Yeah.
Digital Jeff Bridges, but then we started Digibridges, and then we started calling him Jeff Bridgetal.
Oh, that's cool.
Jeff
too.
Bridgetal
Getting
is very
Bridgetal was
good.
pretty cool.
It's very good.
He also had a
Bridgetal,
quote.
Bridgetal, get down.
He had a quote that wasn't in the movie, but was on his toy, like the Clue toy. If you press the button, it like talks, and he would just go, "So, you like bikes?"
What?
What the fuck?
That's cool.
Was that what Tron
I like
is?
I like Clue. Maybe Clue was right.
Oh man. So those are pretty good muff pinions. Anyway, Wendy's
Tron
breakfast.
pinions?
Clue pinions. Wendy's breakfast is pretty new, and the English muffin for some reason came out yesterday.
I'll be honest.
Today is the second day of it.
I'm glad they had it.
Not that I think any most fast food stuff, you go, wow, I've been waiting for this. This one was really, it came out and I went, why did you do this? Who? How is this even an announcement? It's just another bread. I don't understand. I don't understand it.
Well,
I don't
people
get it.
get excited about bread.
The bread.
It's just another bread.
I mean,
I've
what-
never once going from breakfast place to breakfast place thought, man, but if they had the muffin,
If they had a
game
different
changer.
bread,
I've never thought about it. The only time I ever think about it is sometimes I don't want a biscuit because it's too thick.
Right.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
too
they're
thick
just-
today.
As a fast food restaurant, you're so limited in what you can do for breakfast because it's what can you make fast?
Egg.
And the only thing you can really change is what's in the sandwich. And even then, it's a very narrow definition of breakfast food. And so you go, I don't know, change the bread? Like,
Yeah.
what
Keep
do
the
we
egg.
hype up this English muffin?
They got, I say we, I mean they gotta start making new breakfast foods.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, where's that new meat? How is
Yeah.
it just
How has
pork and chicken
how is
and beef?
every other-
Impossible.
It's got to be something else.
How's
Get something
every
else.
other English food bad compared to any
Muffin?
other? No, English
Oh.
English cuisine.
Oh, okay.
From England.
Okay.
How is all of that like? I'm talking about like mushy peas and shit.
Well, yeah.
Like, how is all that bad? But they fucking nail breakfast.
I don't agree. I don't like a full English
a
breakfast.
full English breakfast versus. Oh, you would
We
rather
just-
have some pancakes.
Yeah, I'd rather have that than wake up and go beans.
You don't have to
Fucking
eat the
AM beans, but
they-
that's a full English. That's like saying, well, you don't have to. You could pick off the bacon. It's like, well, no, that's
Well,
what
you
it
just
is.
get no bacon.
Yeah, just-
Right.
Just like you
I'm-
get no beans.
You know they have a half English.
Get
I don't.
the half.
I don't
Is
know
it-
if that
is it
holds
less beans?
I don't know if it holds the beans.
It's actually
but you could
actually half the
find
egg,
out.
twice as many beans.
No.
Yeah.
Too many beans.
Yeah. Gracie sneezed, but it looked like she dabbed. I looked over and
I will
what the
say,
fuck was
not a
happening.
peep.
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
It was
fucking
perfectly
She's,
silent. sneeze.
a consummate professional. Gracie, by the way, got the food for us this morning. We were
and didn't stab us in the back. Wow, how interesting.
Yeah, well, first time for everything. Gracie went and got the food for us, which was very nice. We were a little short on time, and that's why we're doing it in the morning, and that's why Gracie went and picked up the food. Gracie, anything interesting happen getting the food?
Nope.
There you
Nope.
go.
But I was the only one there, so things are not in high demand.
So you could have done something interesting.
I could have.
Little 9:45 Wendy's, yum yum.
There's a lot left in the day. I could go back and do something interesting.
No, it's- that ship has sailed.
Wendy's. Yeah, she did order 10 of the sandwiches.
I bet.
Getting 10, they probably were like,
Someone's
she
got
must be a
the
producer.
Yeah.
munchies.
Did you just
Munchy.
Did you
Yeah.
just wake up and you need to eat 10 English muffin sandwiches?
yes.
And 2 orders of French toast sticks. French toast
Those
sticks not
were
something
also
we're
there.
reviewing today, so we can talk about it now. Fuck those things.
I didn't know what they were.
He's been fired up about him since
I'm
he took
mad.
a bite.
I'm-
He's been big time mad.
Here's the thing. Here's how I know that I'm too mad. Nick is pointing at me, giving me a thumbs up, and he's agreeing with me. I'm
Yeah.
too upset. But
No one should care
people
this
have
much about
been-
the French toast sticks
no,
at Wendy's.
absolutely.
Even if we're on a food podcast, it's too much.
It's too early in the
The
morning
food
for
podcast.
people to be celebrating their wins with Nick. it keeps happening here. People go, well, Nick agrees with me.
Gracie is fully on board with Nick, and Nick is fully on board with Gracie, and like
some
new
food
ideas.
court
and
nonsense.
See, now they're gonna wreak havoc the rest of the day.
Yes,
this is why.
they're gonna.
This is why it's like a 2 p.m. thing where it's like they can't get the wheels turning. Enough
I like the
to get the
monkey
ball
having
rolling.
an apprentice.
And
human.
it was just a regular
It was a
person,
regular human
a
being.
college graduate.
But
human.
like, but like she's like devolving, speaking less and more.
We'll talk about this.
Gracie, what have you been up to since college? I've been apprenticing under a monkey.
I mean, ook.
Yeah.
Gracie has gained access to the email.
That's
Face
exactly
Jam Pod,
how he said it. She's gained access.
FaceJamPod at roosterteeth.com.
We didn't grant it to her. She hacked her way in.
She hacked her way in. And I'm like, okay, have a look, see if there's anything to source for like food courts, which is a Spit and Silly show. And also, we're going to be doing a live one on September 8th at 11 a.m. because that's when the
live one.
Yeah, that's when the gavel
shit.
comes out. You can buy a gavel and temporarily rule on your friend's food conundrums.
Dude, we're going to be banging those gavels nonstop.
So-
He's already
rulings left
hurting
and
his
right.
knuckles.
So I was showing Gracie, here's
won't
some of
have
the
to do that
emails that we
anymore.
get. One of them was, I'll use this as an example. Somebody went, hey, when I was eating cookies and milk with my brother and went to pour him a glass of milk and he's like, no, I'm good, I got water. And then he dipped his cookies in water. And then
It's always
he said it's softening the cookie and that's good enough. Jordan is so upset.
I would too. I was just like, what? And then this guy out the gate starts defending it.
Nick's like, I've done that.
And I'm just like, and he's just like, it's dry. And
Yeah.
you eat the fucking cookie and then you drink the water.
But
You
then-
don't dip cookies in water. It's crazy.
Gracie.
It's crazy.
Gracie
that
was-
combination
so
doesn't
here's-
sound great,
No,
but at least
but
at least
it's what you do.
Yeah, at least it follows
Right.
established procedures.
Right. But then Gracie was like, yeah, that's weird. I mean, you could like change it up a little bit. Like, what if you got a vanilla Oreo and you dipped it in root beer?
It sounds phenomenal.
But it's also so
Phenomenal. And also,
I don't know if
this
it's-
is what started it because Nick is going, oh, yeah.
That's
Michael's fucking losing it.
That's where the connection is strong. Where Gracie's ready to admit phenomenal,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah.
it's also
Yeah.
it's also
I'm like, okay, you've piqued my interest. We
Yeah.
should try it. But Gracie and
He's
Nick are already like, no,
screaming
it's the
now.
best thing ever.
it's also completely irrelevant to the fucking conversation.
Absolutely.
Of like, well, when I want cookies and milk and don't milk, I have water. What about, but have you seen a clown on a unicycle? That's pretty cool. I'd take a bite of that.
Oh, man. So I think food court's going to get crazy. But September 8th, 11 a.m., I think is when we're doing that.
Only 20 minutes before the haiku.
Holy shit. This is what happens when you have muff opinions, bro.
Yeah, it's early.
We could talk about Tron a little bit more.
We absolutely could. I was in it.
Chris wrote it, I guess. All right, haiku.
Muffins of all types. When you need to break fast. What makes them English?
Great question.
Great question.
Great
and
question.
also, what makes them muffins?
Yeah.
That's also
Where
what do they call them in
goddamn
England?
nooks and crannies?
We were talking about that, I think, before
Are
we
there
got
no
here.
nooks and crannies?
They are.
I mean, if there are, they're
flat?
non-existent.
They are so soft.
Yeah,
for
these
English
they're
muffins.
very fluffy. And what I like about English muffins are the nooks and crannies.
Talk about like
And
a
you
classic Thomas.
a Thomas English
I
muffin.
want to take a bite.
You throw
I want to hear the crunch. I want to rip and tear a
exactly.
little
You throw that in.
Oh, you got to rip and tear
Yeah,
a little
bit.
It's
Yeah.
also like the only. I mean, I'll do it on toast, but like you gotta have butter on an English muffin.
absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
the nooks and crannies.
Yeah,
there's
they
an
get in there
actual
and
science
it's so
to it.
good.
It's very good. You
You
rip
get all
it,
those
and the butter
pockets.
turns to like liquid.
There's actual science.
Yeah.
There's science, goddammit.
There's science.
There's not just
All right?
science.
It's not just your lazy ass flat toast.
Right.
Okay.
It is.
It's like when I get wet now, it's a show because the water dances down my
all
body.
your nooks and crannies.
Yeah,
he's
that's
got
what it
nooks and
is. I got
crannies.
nooks and crannies now, so I extra appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're
He's
the
got
English
gutters
muffin
of some
Face
type.
Jam.
They call them butter gutters.
Okay. That's not.
They call them butter gutters. What's your muff opinion about my butter gutter?
I haven't heard butter gutter. Heard
Because
other
I just
things.
invented it.
It's a fun little phrase.
Jordan's on board. Jordan's intrigued. We'll try it.
All right, cool.
No,
how
I'm
we'll
beyond
try- we'll
intrigued.
try
It's
it.
phenomenal.
And Nick's going,
Again, we're sinking.
Oh my God. AM Face Jam is crazy.
We have to do it. We have to do it for science.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Bow wow, it's me, Eric, and I'm here to tell you about all the Face Jam ads for today. This first one's from Farmer's Dog. That's why I said bow wow. The thing about this time of year is that this is when you're most active, probably. And if you have a dog, you're probably active with your dog. I am. My dog's name is Tyson, and I feed him Farmer's Dog. Farmer's Dog keeps him happy, healthy, and very, very active. I talked about this last time. The thing about feeding your dog is that you're probably feeding him processed kibble, food, quick, easy food, right? And he's fine with it. It's a dog, he's happy with it. But nothing should go its whole life just eating this kind of food, just processed stuff. No, you want to give him fresh, healthy ingredients, easy for you to feed to your dog that makes him happy. Farmer's Dog gives you that. It delivers fresh, healthy food for your dog. It's recommended by vets, nutritionally balanced, made from human-grade ingredients, and safe, clean kitchens. Traditional dry and wet food is extremely processed, can use lower grade ingredients than they claim. It's really hard to know the right serving size. Farmer's Dog is higher quality food set with pre-portioned specifically for your dog based on its unique needs. I love it. It made it really easy to feed Tyson, and he went freak mode every time we brought it out. You enter a little survey, and it's like, what size dog do you have? How active is your dog? Really, really fast, really, really easy. And I know that this is tuned to my dog because it was all written out for us. Here's the instructions. Here's how much you feed him. Here's how much it is per day. It's great. I really, really like Farmer's Dog. Tyson loves it. I really recommend it. Help keep your dog happy and healthy for all your adventures together in and out of the house with Farmer's Dog. Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/facejam. That's the important part. That's thefarmersdog.com/facejam for 50% off your first box. Farmersdog.com/facejam. I say just give it a try if you have a dog. Why not, right? Feed your dog. Wow. Hey, what's up? It's Nuts. And it's nuts.com. That's right, nuts.com, which is definitely the snack today, but it's not from nuts.com. You got to listen to the back half of the episode to really get this part. When you hear the back half of the episode, come back to this part and go, that's what he was talking about. I get it now. You've heard us talk about nuts.com in the show. You've heard it in previous ad reads. We love nuts.com. Somebody sent us nuts.com to review for a snack. And we went crazy for it. Insane mode. Just like the dog with Farmer's Dog. Look, it's all coming together. It's all connected. Do you wish you could go to Willy Wonka's Candy Factory? Well, since that's not exactly possible, let me introduce you to the online version of that, nuts.com. In addition to all the amazing selections of nuts, they also have classic candies like butterscotch, fudge, and licorice. What we liked was chocolate-covered gummy bears. We went insane for it. Nuts.com is your one-stop shop for freshly roasted nuts, dry fruits, sweets, pantry staples like specialty flours, and more. Their wide selection means there's something for everyone. At nuts.com, quality is a top priority. They roast their nuts and pop their corn at the same day it ships, so it reaches you deliciously fresh. Satisfaction guaranteed. Nuts.com, keep sending us this great stuff. And then again, I need to reiterate that what you hear in the snack attack later is not sent by them. Somebody else bought it and sent it to us. Thank you. Nuts.com, we're double dipping here, bro. Is this good, man? Right now, Nuts.com is offering new customers a free gift with purchase and free shipping on orders of $29 or more at nuts.com/facejam. Go check out the delicious options at nuts.com/facejam. You'll receive a free gift and free shipping when you spend $29 or more. That's nuts.com/facejam. We love it. I'll give you a preview of the snack attack later. We love it. It's the best. Hey, last ad. Here we go. ExpressVPN. You probably heard by now everything that we've had to say about VPNs, what they do, how they work, what the best one is. That's ExpressVPN. But if you're like me, adding an extra step to your everyday routine is a hassle. That's why ExpressVPN has made it easy, and it's in fact the easiest way to browse safely, securely, and just better. ExpressVPN gets rid of all of those things you hate about VPNs because the VPN done right. It's blazing fast. Lots of other VPNs slow down your connection. You have to route through all this stuff, and you're like, why am I going through Norway? This is a big mess. I can't watch these HD videos. Not with ExpressVPN. You can watch HD videos, no problem, baby. And using it couldn't be easier. Just open ExpressVPN app, click on one button, enjoy instant protection across all your devices. Even on your iPhone, you open it up, you go to Safari. I use it. I use it on my phone. I use it on my laptop. I use it because I don't need people looking at what I'm doing online. And I'm not even doing anything crazy. I'm just online browsing normal style. So if you're online browsing normal style like me and you're looking for a VPN, which you should be because you need to protect yourself like I am, and I, again, greatly enjoy this, ExpressVPN has no slowdown when I'm watching anything in HD, AEW. This, I really, really, really recommend it. Go to expressvpn.com/facejam and you get extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. That's an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free when you go to expressvpn.com/facejam. 3 extra months free. You get some months, you get some more months. This really works out, right? Makes sense to me. expressvpn.com/facejam. Thank you.
that
Let's learn
was
about
a great
Wendy's.
haiku. Let's learn
Sure,
about
let's
Wendy's.
get right into it.
Something we know very little about. I hope there's some lawsuits in here. That's all I'm going to say. Our previous
have to wait and
Wendy's,
see.
our previous Wendy's episode was released September 2022, where we ate the pretzel pub for a second time. It received an average score of 84.49993 point.
Whose fault was that?
You gave our first iteration a 68. And
Fair
then the next iteration, like when we went back and we're like, we review it, you went, it's definitely better. 69. And I was furious.
It's a higher score.
I was
score?
mad listening to it again, and then I was mad in the episode. and then Michael gave it.
Eric's talking to the phone that's playing it, going, he gets it.
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Well, Eric kept talking. He was listening to the episode and he was talking. He thought it was me. Right. It was very confusing.
So confused. Michael gave it like a 99.9998 something, whatever, and so it ended up being an insane
a nice
number.
solid number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as all things, it evens out.
There
And
you go.
84 is fair.
Next fact.
Yeah.
Wendy's has once again removed the pretzel pub from the menu.
It's gone!
Now, when
It's
does that go
it's
into
been
effect?
It's been about a year. I mean, I think
It has been phased out, and it is not. In some places, it's still orderable. They're not
Right.
replenishing previous supply.
I think that's what it is.
And
It's like they're there until
They're
they
on
run out.
dregs.
So you got to go out. You got to go out to like the outskirts
Yep.
to a Wendy's that still has it.
I
'cause
will
they're
say,
not getting as
it's
many
been
orders.
around long enough. I think I absorbed my ravenous craving for
Have
it
you kinda
after
plateaued?
about 40 or 50 of them. But I still go back.
Uh-huh.
I saw the message of like, oh, they're doing it again.
Yep.
Immediately went out and ate one.
It is-
and they still had it then.
It is not on the online menu.
Whoa. So I got it. Last time I got it is
That's
when
not bode well.
when word was sent. And
Yeah.
it was and I went, I'll see you again one day.
Mhm.
You'll be back.
Do you think there's a Wendy's out in like Elgin or outside Bastrop we could go to that would have it?
I feel like
One
they'd
last
be
ride.
least likely to have it.
One last ride.
Right? Like, would it be?
I mean, they probably have enough for like 5, but I don't think people are going over there to
yeah,
order 5 of them.
yeah, exactly. They probably get like the least inventory, but also the
Right.
least traffic for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I imagine
Exactly.
like the middle of Austin, they were probably slinging them.
Yeah. You know how
We've been to the restaurants where they can't even get their Cheeto dust delivered.
Yes, that is
Exactly.
That shit
true.
gets
Yeah.
backed up.
well, Round Rock is technically outskirts, right?
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know,
yeah.
you know how in Breaking Bad there's that point they reach where Jesse has to go out like 2 hours outside Albuquerque to get Sudafed and matches and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that's what we got to do. We
Yeah,
gotta
we gotta go
drive.
get
We got to
Sudafed.
drive into the middle of
To
nowhere.
get Sudafed.
Yeah, we have to get
Our
we have to get
Sudafed
Yeah.
equals
No, it's just
Pub
Sudafed.
burger.
I've been buying Sudafed because that's people keep asking where the van went. You know where it went. Went to my front yard and I make meth in it with all the Sudafed. A Louisiana woman is suing Wendy's for $150,000 after eating a double cheeseburger and being hospitalized for a month for possible E. coli infection.
Continue.
the E
Acute-
stands for entertainment.
Okay, hang on. Possible entertainment coli infection, comma, acute gastrointestinal bleeding, comma, septic shock, comma, cerebral hemorrhage, and severe sepsis. She's also suing for, quote, loss of enjoyment of life and, quote, loss of consortium, which means not being able to have sex with her husband. Quote, and then this is a quote from Eric, I can't fuck because of fast food, end quote, is now acceptable for this woman and the Arby's dick melt guy.
I'm
That
sorry.
guy surely can fuck by now, though.
He
right?
has to, right?
I
He
mean, in
has
any
to.
way that he can.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
I was on board with like the feasibility of this lawsuit when it's like, oh, it was probably E. coli, and then it just
It
kept
just
going.
kept going. There's no when it get to cerebral hemorrhage.
And it was like,
and
maybe
severe-
it's not the
double
fast
cheeseburger?
food's
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah, it sounds
Maybe
like
something else happened to you
it
on the
sounds
way.
like
to
you were hanging by a thread and then went to Wendy's and it all came
Well, let me
crashing.
also
yeah,
ask
it was
you-
really the straw that broke the camel's back.
Let me ask this too: it starts with being hospitalized for a month for possible. Is it possible all this?
Yes,
So you don't even know if you had it?
correct.
I don't even understand. Now look, we're not sure what you have, but whatever it is, it was probably from Wendy's.
Yeah, that's
Right.
That is, she was in the hospital for a month with possibly these things.
From possibly eating a cheeseburger?
Yes.
And then
I mean,
also, even
what other medical reason could there be?
and then I'm going to be honest with you. Even if that were the case, even if you possibly got all of this, $150,000, that's
was
going to
my-
cover 2 days in the hospital.
I was going to say.
What the fuck are you going to do with that?
well, she's
Call
certainly not,
a lawyer?
she's not going to pay the hospital back. Like,
I'm pretty sure
That's a $14
person,
million hospital stay.
a person with this many problems definitely has health insurance.
that,
And it's probably
100%.
low.
For sure.
It's probably
Yeah,
low
so
cost.
cheap.
Oh yeah.
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 The idea of suing
That's
Wendy's
crazy.
because you possibly had all those afflictions and then you also went, by the way, loss of life and I can't fuck is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, can't fuck because
Double cheeseburger.
there's something wrong with her, or can't fuck because I'm in the hospital and I just can't fuck in the hospital. Like,
Gotta
either could be
make
true.
up for lost time.
Gotta
know
make
what
up.
I mean?
Hey,
Yeah.
and that's the loss of enjoyment.
That's
of
like,
life.
can you
Yeah.
sue your employer for loss of fuck while you're driving to work? Let's just streamline it. I'm suing for loss of fuck.
Can we?
That's why I work from home.
Could we?
Yup. Hey, these employees very litigious.
Not returning to the office.
Could we sue Wendy's for loss of enjoyment of life because they got rid of the pretzel pub?
Oh,
Well, you couldn't. You gave it a 69.
Yeah,
but I
that's true.
could.
Yeah, Michael could.
69.
there's a
69.
threshold.
I also can't say loss of consortium with that.
Yeah,
score. Am I right or am I right?
nice.
Hey, look, another lawsuit. A Las Vegas woman is suing Wendy's for feeding her glass, period.
Possibly.
No, it just says there's no possible there. And I'm not saying she's suing for Wendy's feeding her glass something. She doesn't have something made of glass that they're feeding. They fed her the glass. The suit alleges, quote, she experienced a tremendous sense of shock and fear as her hamburger was not juicy and tender as expected, but instead consisted of hard and clear glass-like particles that not only created loud crunching and breaking sounds, but in fact, these hard and clear glass-like particles actually broke many of Miss Hastings' teeth. What the fuck is going on at Wendy's? Did this lady sue for not fucking too?
My question,
Imagine eating glass.
My question-
That's the last thing you want to be doing.
Well, imagine taking a bite and going, "Is this glass?" And going, "I better take a couple more bites just to
better
be
keep-
sure."
I better keep mashing all my teeth.
Yeah.
hang on. It's me.
Unless the thought was, I sense an opportunity here. Let me mash as hard as possible and just sue the crap out of them.
It's me picking up the hamburger from Wendy's and going, I can't wait to take a bite of this juicy and tender hamburger as I am expecting it to be.
Don't order the cinnamon sticks. French bread.
If you get the French toast,
Yeah.
Were you expecting it to be juicy and tender?
Yeah,
was,
and,
and he
yeah,
kept
and instead they
screaming that it wasn't.
fed me glass.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, in like counter to suing for not fucking,
Mm-hmm.
you're knocking all our teeth out. You can make something easier. I'm just saying. That could be a counter in the claim. Like, yes, but
I think
That's
I
a
would,
defense
I would
Wendy's-
like to hear
Wendy's
from
using
your
that
husband,
defense, yeah.
Your Honor. I call Mr. So-and-so to the
Hastings.
stand. Mr. Hastings to the stand. I love Wendy's. I love Wendy's.
you said knocked all her teeth out and made something easier, and Gracie went, "Oh my god!"
I can't believe Wendy's is doing it either, Gracie.
It's
sick.
It's running, right? Because there's
sick.
more.
Yeah.
There's more. She can breathe.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah, she can get more air in.
man.
He's all around us. An investigation.
Last fact.
An investigation is still underway after a South Carolina Wendy's employee started shooting out the drive-through window at a car, then chased the car and continued firing as it sped away. The employee was arrested for aggravated breach of peace and unlawful carrying of a firearm. But we have to consider how long his shift was, how many hamburgers he made while having a gun on him, and if he brandished it at any of the hamburgers in case I get sick. Just thinking about it making me just thinking about it is making me not want to fuck. If he brandished it at any of the burgers.
They bring it as like stress, a stress relief kind of thing, where it's like the burger's not right. Get it together.
What's off the paper on that story?
What do you mean?
Well, so what's the follow? Who was he shooting at?
There
Why?
was a car that came into the drive-thru. He started shooting at him and then chased him down.
I got that part.
Yeah.
What's the other details?
Then the cops came and arrested him.
And he wasn't like.
He was a guy who just fucking worked there and had a gun on him the whole time.
What the fuck is aggravated breach of peace?
I don't know. I guess it's shooting at someone through a drive-thru.
I wouldn't call it.
window.
Do we need to downplay like, hey, that guy's a shooter. Hey, that's a derogatory term.
Hey.
he's an aggravated breach of peace.
Hey, he had
does it-
unlawful carrying of a firearm.
That's fucking crazy.
Imagine going to Wendy's and somebody just starts shooing at you through the window, and you're just like, I just didn't like the French toast sticks, and then they keep fucking
Yeah,
chasing you
you
down,
better be
shooting
careful,
at you.
man.
God damn, that's all it was.
South Carolina.
Yep,
That could happen here, big time.
absolutely.
It's a real
Oh, yeah.
Texas
Yeah,
style
you can
story.
carry a gun at a Wendy's in Texas, right?
Can you?
I don't know,
not.
probably.
I don't know.
I bet you
I mean,
could.
you can legally. It depends on the store.
Mhm.
Everywhere in Austin. It's funny because like I never saw them growing up.
Yeah.
Everywhere in Austin has like can't bring a gun in here,
Yeah, right.
and you have to have that sign up. And I go, wow, would it be great if it just was the rule?
Yeah.
Right. Wouldn't it be great if that was implied?
The first time I saw
Intrinsically?
Leave it in your car.
Yeah.
the first time I saw that sign was in Chicago, like 10 or 11 years ago, and I went, "That's crazy!" And then I moved here, and I went, "Oh, it's here too."
It's on like Walmart.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like
No
Dang.
gun. Don't take the gun
They
inside.
need like a little rhyming mnemonic device that
That's the only way people in Texas really get it. You have to
Yeah.
make something right. Turn around, don't drown type shit.
exactly.
Bring a
And-
gun, no more fun.
And in Phoenix, which has some of the worst drivers I've ever encountered, they have signs that say "Use your head, stop on red."
Wow. What?
Yeah.
that's not. I feel like that's not something that legally should be allowed to remind people.
That's insane.
That's something you should have to know without a reminder.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck.
There needs to be
This sign needs to be closer to my house because I've been driving for 30 minutes not stopping at
Dude,
red.
you don't even want to know how many reds I have until I saw this sign reminding me.
My wife gets so pissed here because it's on the freeways. They have like the big signs that say like, "Howdy, y'all, remember to buckle up" or
Yeah.
whatever.
It'll usually be phone or seatbelt.
Yeah, it's that. And
Yeah.
she just goes, "It's the most fucking distracting thing in the world to look at the sign." And now I'm mad at the stupid fucking
well, not
sign.
only that, but it's a fucking like an LED sign.
Yes.
And so there's two pages.
It'll change.
Yeah.
You gotta wait. You're looking up,
wait,
going,
yeah. What's
"Don't
the
forget
other
the
one?"
one.
Yeah.
Don't forget the one." And you're just staring at it, waiting for it to change. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
She's like,
God
it's
help you if you
so distracting.
if you drive past it before it flips, because
Yeah.
then you're
No.
just thinking about
Well, then
it.
you have
gotta
to.
turn
Well,
around.
then you have to slam on the fucking brakes, put it in reverse, go
Right.
back, and see what the other side
Right.
was.
And the next thing you know, they're citing you for aggravated breach of peace on I-83.
well, yeah, but what am I going to do? Not shoot out my window? Grow up.
I shoot at the sign.
I'm gonna
until the
shoot.
message
Yeah,
changes.
I'm trying to hit the next page button.
I'm trying to hit the lights to like write my own words up there. See what happens.
Change the sign.
That's Wendy's.
Yeah.
You guys learn a lot?
I learned about 2 lawsuits and an investigation that was underway, and then what we rated it last time, and then that the pretzel pub's gone.
See, those are all facts.
Those are all the facts.
How about
all
this?
facts.
How about
That's
this?
insane.
Not for fun.
Uh-huh.
Leave the gun.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So
Yeah,
it's
but
like
you
know,
gotta-
if you're going in for business, you don't need your gun.
But you got to treat it like it's still like you can't be treading on them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like
Right,
you
because
taking
everyone,
fun
because
of-
all
you know what I
gun,
mean?
all gun toters,
all guns are good.
Yeah.
right? They're all good guys.
All
They're
guns,
all
all
good guys.
guns are born good.
Especially
Okay.
this guy who worked at a Wendy's.
There are no bad Pokemon, just bad Pokemon trainers.
Wow.
There's a lot of just like, but straight up garbage Pokemon.
Right, but like, and
I mean,
then there's like muck.
Yeah, I mean,
That's fucking crazy.
I thought you were gonna say.
That's pretty
Yeah.
fucking impressive.
and it's crazy
I thought you were gonna
because
say the
there's a
literal
lot of
garbage
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
one of us said it,
Yeah.
and it just sounded like both of us.
Michael.
I just said
Michael-
muck.
Why
and
did Michael
then-
echo
and then
there?
Nick
well, Michael
layered
said it, and then Nick did like an echo effect.
Right.
Yeah, Nick edited something.
Oh my god.
I thought you were gonna say the literal garbage Pokemon Trubbish.
Right, he's one.
Yeah,
That
But,
is
literal,
but you know
literally
what? You know what?
garbage.
I'm too old.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
true.
know. I've never seen
I
trash.
could not tell you what gen he
I
is.
can
I would,
name all
I would
151.
guess
Yeah.
4.
I can guess 50 after that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I've
yeah.
played 10 games after that.
Mhm.
But they're not as good as they used to
You
be.
got yeah. Well, yeah. Is there
It's
a
not-
Pokemon
it-
rap for Gen like the
It's
third
not
Gen
that
one?
they
No.
came out and
Someone
I was
should
there.
do a all 10,000.
I'm
sure they
sure.
have.
I'm sure there's a YouTube video we can look up right now, and it's a fucking shitty rap of somebody doing it, and then it's the kid doing Chug Jug with you or whatever, where he's gonna take down Tomato Town. Fuck that shit.
What the hell is he talking about?
The worst parody music in the world, Minecraft stuff. I hate it. I hate it so
He's
much.
talking about number
saying?
one victory royale.
That's it. Yeah, that kid.
Fortnite we
He-
about to get down.
He probably did a Pokemon rap with all 1 million Pokemon.
You're talking about number one Victory Royale?
Yeah.
Fortnite?
Yeah.
I love that song.
just wiped out Tomato Town.
That's cool. I love that.
That's cool.
I like how unproblematic its source material is
Mhm.
because of who is involved in the
Very
original
normal
song.
stuff. That's all good. It's all good. Video games. We should stop. I think
Good song otherwise.
they should stop making video games for a little bit. Like take like a year or two off. Like there's plenty. There's just plenty of video games. Just play an old one. That's it.
This is such an old man take.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. I got no
Too
problem
many
with that.
games.
Too many games.
Oh, I don't think there's
these
too many
days.
games. I think there's just enough games. we've hit
You sound like the British Royal Academy of Science in like 1860, where it's like we're gonna stop patents. We've invented everything.
We know all the science.
Yeah.
We
figured
literally,
it out.
I literally can't think of what else we could invent next. So I think that's got to be it, guys.
But where does Starfield fall? Does that come out or not come out?
They should hold it for a couple years.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's so close.
It is.
more
It
years.
is. I mean, I'll give them till like the end of August, but
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's not going to be out the end.
well then it's got to wait until
I learned
2025.
what that was like a week ago.
Yeah, I only know Starfield because I saw somebody Photoshop it and said Garfield.
I know because people won't shut the fuck up about it, and I hate it. And
That's
I,
Baldur's Gate 3.
and I hate it, and I want you to just hate, and I hate you, and stop talking to me, and I'm not going to play it. And then I go, oh, it's Bethesda? Yeah, I'll play that. That's,
Is that
Oh,
what
it's-
started this kind of thought? Was it Baldur's Gate that got you? Is like just enough games.
No,
Just
I
no
think
more.
I think it was like a while ago where I just kind of went like, you just keep making them, and now we're just doing the old games new again. If you're
Yeah.
gonna do that, just do that. Just remake the old ones.
I do appreciate and very much enjoy when I hear about a new game and it's like the third one, and I go, "Oh, I haven't heard of the
don't know
other
what
ones
this
at
is."
all."
Yeah.
There are two more.
Oh.
I don't remember hearing about Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Yeah.
well, let me tell
Oh, I
you.
remember
Let me
those.
tell you why you're hearing about Baldur's Gate, and this is someone who hasn't played it yet.
Oh, there's like butter gutters, right?
There's butter gutters, but also the game is 125 gigs.
Yeah.
You gotta buy your own.
What
like,
the fuck?
You gotta buy a whole other hard
I
drive
went
for
to
that.
download it and I went, well, this is the thing. Just straight up. I mean, I just not to say like something expensive is good, but I went, you just don't sling out a 125 gig game. That's why I go, oh, this is why people are talking about it.
Yeah.
It's like an experience.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
like a life.
Well,
Incredibly
my GT 970.
yeah, your
graphics card
computer that
and-
you can't
and
even
i5
record this show on, will it
my
run the
i5
game?
chip,
Yeah.
with my hard drive that's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
should
set
be-
it
that
to
work?
medium
Yeah.
settings.
Oh, right, yeah.
Don't do high.
Okay. No dynamic shading.
Yeah, I would say don't.
You
go,
can do a couple dynamic
Don't go
shadings.
over 120 hertz.
Yeah.
Probably.
Right.
150.
No shadows
144.
from structures.
Yeah. I think
I always do like highest quality water though.
you gotta have
Even
good
if
looking, shitty polygon graphics.
That's
good looking
fine.
water.
Yeah.
But like I see it and I want to drink it.
Yeah, yum yum, and then I lick the screen and go, oh, they got me again.
Yeah.
A fast one.
Sausage English muffin sandwich. A fresh cracked grade A egg.
Whoa. Do they make
grilled
any other kind?
sausage and American cheese on a toasted English muffin with a buttery spread. Note, not butter.
Uh-huh.
Finally, the classic breakfast sandwich is part of the best breakfast in the biz.
Whoa! Finally,
Is that the classic breakfast sandwich?
Are
they
if you're
the best
saying
breakfast in the biz?
McDonald's is the like I don't know
Right.
what makes it the classic breakfast sandwich except the McMuffin.
Right.
I don't think gotta have an English muffin for it to count as a
Mhm.
breakfast sandwich. Like I don't. I've been making them on hamburger buns.
Yeah, it's really sort of anything that you
Yeah,
have.
it works great because
Yeah.
I've been doing like a fried egg and the yolk gets everywhere, but the hamburger bun goes.
I'm actually not big on the biscuit sandwiches. I don't think biscuit is good for breakfast.
You really got to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
And like for me, the only time I really like think it works the best is for chicken sandwiches. I like a breakfast
Sure.
a biscuit
Yeah.
I can
with
see,
a
yeah.
fat
Biscuits
breakfast
are
chicken.
They're just so dry and
Yes.
and like they fall apart.
They fall apart. That's
Yeah.
my biggest thing.
Yeah.
They fall apart and they're filled.
Yeah.
You know, they're like you're losing meat eat
Mhm.
for that biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
I do think McMuffin is probably the way to go. Like as far as like best bread.
Oh, I
for a
guess-
sandwich.
I guess.
it's
I don't know.
classic
I
then.
I mean,
don't know
it's
why they took
finally-
so long to bring it to Wendy's.
It's finally.
That's nothing.
Yeah, no shit.
Nothing
Like,
stopped them.
they just
that's
didn't
why-
do it.
It's weird to be like, we finally did it. So like, if it was that big a deal, why didn't you start with
I
it?
mean,
don't
and they really do
understand.
say finally.
Yeah.
It really is just finally.
right.
The classic breakfast sandwich is part of the
And
best breakfast in the biz.
I can read this next one about the bacon sandwich as well, and then I have another question for you.
Okay.
Because this won't take very long. Bacon English muffin sandwich, a fresh cracked grade A egg, applewood smoked bacon, and American cheese on a toasted English muffin with a buttery spread.
Mhm.
Finally,
Finally.
the classic breakfast sandwich is part of the best breakfast in the biz.
Finally.
Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
What do you think about bagel sandwiches as breakfast?
Love 'em.
I'm.
Fucking love them.
It's.
I think it's the best.
I
It's gotta
like
be,
it.
It's
I
got to
think-
be cooked perfectly, where the
That's-
bagel needs to be toasted but soft.
Mhm.
That I
Right.
want soft. You don't want a crispy bagel
Right.
when there's shit in it.
Let's keep talking because I'm sensing there's about to be some dissent.
No, no,
from,
no.
From
Exactly
across the table,
what he said is exactly
and I
what
don't
I was
want to
going
hear
say.
criticism.
It's the only reason it would ever miss is if you
He's
get
mad
the
enough.
chewiest
Yeah.
bagel
Yep.
and then you take a bite and it compresses, doesn't tear apart.
Doesn't tear. You gotta have it tear.
Nick is giving his opinions and notes.
See now
And,
that what you're describing is a excellent bagel with cream cheese.
Yes, absolutely.
Not for a sandwich.
Nope.
Completely different consistency for a sandwich.
And what was Nick's note?
So you might recall we went to Chicago about a year and a half ago.
Uh huh.
God,
and
was that long already?
we
Yeah.
left in the morning
Uh-huh.
to go back home, and we were in the airport, and some of us went to McDonald's for breakfast. Other people got a bagel sandwich. His note was, I should have got the bagel sandwich at the Chicago airport. He's still thinking
It's
about
a year and a
it.
half.
He's still thinking about it.
What the
It's
fuck?
sick,
What
man.
the fuck? Gracie, this is the person that agrees with you most.
Also, imagine his actual life, like actual life
Right.
decisions.
You could
like,
get one
like
whenever.
who-
There's a
like
couple of-
who he
Yeah, there's
married
good places
and like
here.
which house they
No,
bought.
But here's the thing.
He's
He's,
like, "It keeps
fine
me
with
up
all
at
those
night.
things.
It keeps
All
me
of
up at
that
night."
stuff, he's crushing, but he's laying in bed.
Right.
Year and a half ago.
So some people think about like an embarrassing thing that happened to them like a few years ago or an awkward social situation.
I made the right call here. Awesome. What a fucking psycho.
It's just like it haunts them.
And it's from McDonald's too. It's not
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
Nervous Charlie's is great.
yeah, love Nervous Charlie.
Rockstar Bagels is my go-to.
Is it really?
I
Yeah.
think that's the last time I had that sandwich too. By the way, because I was freaking out
Oh, really?
about the bagel sandwich.
Does it keep you up at night?
No, because I got it. I'm the one that ate it.
You made the right call there.
I made the right call because that was my favorite McDonald's breakfast sandwich.
Right.
Was the fucking steak, egg, and cheese bagel. And it was like shit steak, not real steak,
Yeah.
but it's like fast food. It's McDonald's food. The bagel was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a bagel format. It's big enough so like it can hold all the shit. It doesn't leak. It doesn't get soggy, but it's
Yeah.
soft so it rips. You gotta have it rip. And that was the other thing too with their gym mat steak.
Yeah.
It would just melt to pieces in your mouth. And it's
Right.
like exactly what I want. I
No
don't want
chewing.
That's like when you get like a steak sandwich from a diner and it's like you just fucking cut pieces of a steak and put it on a sandwich. This sucks. And it's like whole chunks of meat come
right.
out. Like it's
yeah.
there's got to be some consistency.
What you just said, I think, sums up what this thing is and fast food sort of breakfast, or I guess food in general. No chewing. These
Yeah.
are, when we were saying like these are like so soft and like so pillowy and like there's no chew to it. That's all fast food. It is just like, how can we slide this down your throat with the least effort
I think of
from you?
Domino's.
Yeah.
Domino's,
Yeah.
I don't know how they make their pizza, but it's fake food, and you just chew it twice, and it falls down your
And
mouth.
it just, you think it
You have to
disintegrated, but you
chew
swallowed
real,
it.
You have to chew real pizza.
It's more of the idea of eating than it is actual eating.
It is.
It's just
yeah.
kind of like M&M's. It just like melts in your mouth
Yeah.
once you get it in there. Whatever,
At least it doesn't melt
whatever
in my hand.
biodegradable material.
It is
has.
biodegradable, but shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's like
Not
compost.
inside of you. Anyway, hey, let's learn about press material.
Yeah, here's the press material. Quote, fans asked and we answered.
No, they didn't.
As breakfast boundary breakers, we're always looking to cook up new craveable breakfast offerings to add to our stacked breakfast lineup. And we have high standards for what ultimately makes it into our menu.
Don't laugh.
Said John Lee, Global Vice President of Culinary Innovation for the Wendy's Company. Global.
Global.
He's all
Culinary innovation.
worldwide, baby.
The only one above that is interplanetary.
Galactic.
Someday. I just like that. High standards English muffin.
English muffin.
Yeah,
and
but
also,
you're about to-
finally, it's here.
You're about to
This
hear the
meets it.
Yep.
standards.
Yeah, check this shit out.
We tested 60 variations of our English muffin sandwiches before we landed on these light and fluffy English muffins made with a touch of honey.
What?
And topped with a savory, buttery spread,
What?
fresh cracked eggs, and delicious bacon or sausage for the perfect harmony of breakfast flavors.
Man,
when they
the other 59 must have been terrible.
Well, it's funny that we were talking about how narrow the ingredients are that you're working with breakfast. So I'm surprised they could come up with 60
Yeah, no
variations.
kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure the variation was the name of the brand.
Yes.
and nothing else.
Fucking crazy.
Well, they took the honey off and then they put it back on.
What are
then they
you
took
talking
Then they took
about?
the buttery
honey?
spread
Honey
off
and
Yeah.
butter.
and they put that on and took the honey off.
The only butter on there is, when we were talking about this while we were eating, it's such a greasy sandwich, but it doesn't get everywhere. It simply is greasy on the sandwich and then inside of you.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't drip or leak at all,
No.
but it's very greasy.
Very, and we found out that's because of a savory, buttery spread.
I got more sweetness on the bacon one, and I thought maybe the bacon had something to do with it, like it was like maple-y or something, but it's just applewood. So it's
Yeah.
like, is
I
that what
have-
makes it
I
taste
have
like
kind
that?
of the same question that just kind of asks itself from the press material and the English muffin sandwiches, describing them. And that is to proclaim twice for being the best breakfast in the biz. How are you the best breakfast in the biz before you have the classic breakfast
Exactly.
sandwich? Because I feel like that's the classic. You can't be the best without the classic.
Right.
But then
Right,
the
until
next
you're doing
line,
the basics right.
but then the next line is talking about breaking boundaries by having the classic breakfast sandwich.
Finally.
The least boundary breaking thing you could. Hey, guys, we're breaking all the rules and we got what we should have had from day one. Can you
If-
believe it?
If they had done the English muffin first and the thing that we were eating today was a newly introduced breakfast baconator, then that makes sense with like their order of operations.
Right.
They went off script to start, and now they're like, well, let's take it back
Now
to
we're getting
basics.
back on script.
Yeah.
And for Wendy's, that's breaking boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not just breaking boundaries, that's breaking breakfast
very,
boundaries.
very weird. Very weird that they're touting this so much.
It's
But-
just
I
a
mean, you
fucking
have to. Though.
bun.
They have to. Like they have to make it. This is their job, is to make this sound like they're
It's
doing
crazy,
something
though.
when
This-
really they're not doing anything.
This to me is maybe worse than the McDonald's. Like this guy orders this stuff.
right?
That I mean,
Yeah.
because there's nothing there, but at least they're going. They're leveraging that celebrity.
Right.
That's
Exactly,
it. That
yeah.
musician or athlete or whatever.
Right.
This is them going English muffies.
Yeah.
You know 'em, you love
Who
'em.
the fuck wasn't going to Wendy's, but now is dropping everything to go get the food they've always had,
Yep.
but now with English muffins.
from
different
everywhere
bread.
else too. Like, this is a thing we were saying. Like McDonald's breakfast, would you get this over an egg McMuffin? Like, I just
mean-
don't. To do 60 variations on
the
this
only
thing,
time I go to
Bacon-
Wendy's for breakfast is for that breakfast bacon.
That's
If
it.
I'm really feeling like an absolute piece of
A-
shit
a
monster.
garbage man?
Just
Yeah.
a garbage monster man. I go, what if I want like,
Early in the
50
morning.
strips of bacon on a sandwich, but I don't want a hamburger.
Yeah.
Oh, sausage and egg and 50 strips of bacon? That's acceptable.
that's it.
Bacon, egg and cheese McGriddle is still
It's great.
the best.
Yep.
It's
for
very
me.
good.
What do you
Like-
So what do you think of this? What do you think of the English muffin offerings here with Wendy's?
It's a bad English muffin.
Yeah, I think
It is.
I think it sucked.
Right?
It's bad.
It is undeniably, in my opinion, worse than the breakfasts I've been eating there for years.
Uh-huh.
Since they introduced
And
breakfast.
this is my first foray into Wendy's
It's bad.
breakfast
It's
as
bad.
well.
All the other
Like,
shit is better. And again, I'm not praising the other buns, but I've just never really noticed. It's either just like some sort of bun. It's not an English muffin. It's some sort of bun,
They have like a croissant and they have
and then
a
they've got
biscuit.
the biscuit.
Yeah.
Right. And you just eat it and you go, this sandwich is good or whatever.
Yeah.
To go through this hoopla for this English muffin,
Crazy.
I don't understand it to begin with. And then on top of that, it's not good.
Yeah.
All you've done is just offered a worse sampling of your food. To me.
It's like thicker than an English muffin should be, and it's way too soft. And,
yeah, it's too soft. They're
and
talking about being
spongy.
happy, about fluffy and spongy.
Yeah.
It should not be that.
No.
The
It needs
English
to be
muffin,
crispy,
I'll be
and
honest,
it needs to have nooks and crannies
should be
and butter
cooked a little
gutters.
bit more, but
Yeah.
that's acceptable. This is more fluffy, less cooked than an English muffin.
Yeah, this was almost like eating a slightly thicker hamburger bun. It really, it's very weird. It's a very weird thing. So
And
what do you
no,
think?
no honey in it whatsoever.
no,
No,
honey. That's
absolutely
an
not.
absolute
News to
goddamn
me.
lie.
News to
Told you, you
me.
didn't test my audio.
Bringing that one back around 52 minutes in.
I mean,
And I went like this.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Can you imagine? Here, I'll try it again.
it was also just fine though, as far as like the ingredients, you know.
Do
So
you have a
it's
preference
like
on one or the other?
The bacon one was better.
I think the bacon one had more flavor. Yeah, I picked up more.
I would
on it. And
recommend
sausage
not getting this garbage.
Fast
and getting
food
the
sausage
breakfast
is
bacon.
good.
You're going to Wendy's.
All right, so I'm gonna give it a 47.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I've had their breakfast.
Yeah.
Not impressed,
and
but also not too offended.
it's good.
Yeah, I don't
They've
think
got-
this is offensive. I think
They've
you're
got
right.
pretty good breakfast, and this is like maybe the worst Wendy's breakfast I've had.
Mhm.
I'm going to give it a 28
Wow.
because look, Wendy's, you've fallen so far. You're lucky Jordan has never had it before.
I honestly, yeah,
I'm
I was,
rating it
I was
so low
like, holy
because
shit.
of how many breakfasts I've had.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I was like, did I fuck up?
37.5. And,
No.
and man, it really is sort of a disappointing breakfast.
Just get
thing.
it. Don't get the English muffin.
Yeah.
If
Don't get
you're
the French
feeling,
toast
if you're
sticks.
feeling monstery, get the breakfast baconator. It's a lot of food, and there's some kind of sauce in there
Have
too
y'all-
that really ties it together. I don't know what it is, but
Have
it's
y'all-
got a sauce.
I had breakfast at other places.
Oh, yeah, many times.
Like the Borga,
Yeah.
the Borga
Oh,
King,
no.
or the
Yeah. My
Burger
my
King?
wife gets McDonald's breakfast probably once a fucking week.
Sorry,
That's
I mean
it?
that isn't McDonald's. Like we've all had
We've all
McDonald's.
had McDonald's.
Yeah. So like, but I haven't had any other fast food breakfast. I haven't had Taco Bell.
Let me tell you
breakfast.
this, and I'm a
Hang on, Gracie just
What?
went Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A has breakfast.
Are you shitting me?
What? These
What do,
two.
what do they
these
do?
two are
Do
gonna
they
fucking
do
run
they put an
roughshod.
egg on the chicken sandwich or what?
It's like, well, they have little chicken minis, tiny little baby rolls with a nugget in
kill
them.
the
They
young.
have biscuits. They have burritos,
slaughter them.
hash brown scramble.
This is.
Need I go on?
This is. This is.
Hello,
fun.
little chickie.
This is fun.
Today's your day.
This is.
Gracie's hungry. Time for the chicken little to
I will
become
just say
Chicken
I'm not
Little.
usually if I'm hungry for breakfast, I'm not thinking Chick-fil-A. I'm not thinking Taco Bell.
Sometimes I get hungry and I hate at the same time, and that's when
That's-
Chick-fil-A is great.
That's
Okay.
Do you know what I will say? You know what I will
Whoa,
say?
hold on.
Which is hang on real quick before we get into that. I've had it. I love the place. I don't recommend for breakfast because just why? I talk about the baconators, like if you're Monster, whatever, it's a sandwich. Taco
but
Bell
that's it.
breakfast is heinous. It's a heinous thing. They also introduced breakfast probably around the same time as Wendy's, maybe earlier, and it's a real like, what the fuck are you thinking? It's just Taco Bell, but for breakfast. Like, I assume they had eggs. I don't even remember, but you just feel like you're eating tacos at 9 a.m. And Taco Bell tacos,
Right.
not
Not a
breakfast
breakfast
tacos.
taco,
Not a
right.
breakfast taco. It's just a Taco Bell taco for breakfast that they somehow add one other element to, and you're going, I'm just eating a fucking taco at 9 a.m. and I hate myself.
This sounds like
It's terrible.
This
I've only
sounds-
done it like
it
once.
sounds like an opportunity for like a spit and silly
Oh,
like
yeah.
series.
That's a good
Like
one. I'll go back.
let me dive into some other breakfasts.
Okay. But for now, we're gonna dive into this snack.
Yeah,
Snack attack.
I think I know who our sponsor is. This
I
this
think you'll be
episode,
surprised.
because you just dumped a nuts.com box onto the
Whoa,
table.
did we get sent a snack from nuts.com?
So here's the thing. We
did
got
he-
sent a snack.
Did our friend at nuts.com
So here's the thing.
send us another one?
We got sent a snack from nuts.com, but we didn't get sent a snack from nuts.com.
Like it came from nuts.com.
I'm glad
like, if
y'all
you-
are getting into nuts.com territory. Here's what I usually get off of there. A lowly bug, Ethan, Ghost Baker.
So someone.
So
wait,
here's
so
stuff
Ghost
that he
Baker?
ordered from nuts.com.
So yeah,
Ethan sent us a nuts.com order.
right. And
And they are the sponsor.
But I need you to know
And Nick
this
just
has
showed me
nothing
the
to do with
Airtable.
that.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with. They did not send us this.
They are
But-
sending us
but they-
stuff.
Right.
It's not
But
here
not
yet,
this.
and it's not this.
But this is
this is
Ethan.
from Ghost Baker,
Yeah.
who's a fan of our sponsor. So send us food of our sponsor that they paid for.
We need to be really
Why?
clear.
Why
that
are
we've
we
done
so
huge
good?
bags.
Why are
Yeah.
we so good at these
so good.
accidental,
We're so good.
synergetic,
Yep.
like
Insane.
sponsored
So,
tie-ins?
What is this fucking?
So this
bag?
is- I think that's the
huge.
one we're
Oh, it's
gonna review.
popcorn. Okay.
Like I
think-
don't think we're smart enough to pull off something
I am
like this
now,
if we were
I think.
to. If we were to do something like this, like that was planned.
Okay,
Well, let's
so
just never plan it.
we're gonna pick
Hope it
one.
keeps happening.
Exactly.
We're gonna pick one of these from Ethan and review it.
These
What do
are
we
called-
got? I
Okay,
see-
we
I
got
see some
hang on.
popcorn.
We got
That looks like
white.
it came in a
we got
t-shirt
white
bag.
cheddar jalapeno popcorn.
Oh, maybe that's the
Yeah.
one.
We got
Okay,
we got
open that up.
blister peanuts, which
Okay.
sounds gross.
Uh-huh.
Japanese peanuts, which sounds Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
and assorted sixlets, which sounds like something you couldn't do after eating at Wendy's.
So
Your Honor, I'm suing for a lack of six
Consortium of
lits.
sixlets.
So this is
I'm
what Ethan sent,
Putting
and
my
that's
hand in there.
and that's what we're going to review is nuts.com jalapeno cheddar popcorn or whatever.
The problem is if nuts.com keeps hearing about this shit, they're never gonna send us stuff.
Yeah,
they're
it's
gonna
true.
go, you're covered. Here we go.
Ooh.
Wait, do that. Shake that again.
No, just put your hand in there like I did.
No, I wanted the audio.
So what do you
Jiggling.
Make that sound with your hand. Ooh, it's a little spicy.
That's the jalapeno.
It's spicy, but in a good way.
Eric said, "Oh,
Dude, that's a bag I can sit down and eat the whole thing of.
dude, I need some water, but I don't have any. So what if instead I rub peanut butter on my eyelids? It's just what I do when I don't have water with
yeah.
popcorn.
Do you
Hey,
think
man,
that would
you've
trigger
been hanging
you?
out with Gracie, huh?
No, I think Gracie would recommend root beer.
Okay.
I love white cheddar popcorn. Never in a million years would I think that jalapeno would be an ingredient, like part of it. But
Yeah.
boy, does it work! Like what a
That's so good.
concoction!
It's a pretty
This
good
is
kick.
pushing boundaries, breaking breakfast boundaries way more than Wendy's is, and it's not even a breakfast food.
But it can be.
Yeah, I love that.
What do you give it?
90.
Wow.
90, and he dropped one.
Don't worry, he's gonna pick it up.
No, but he didn't eat it.
No, there's
Now,
plenty more in the
I would
bag.
never.
Gracie going back for seconds.
Chris Demiris would have absolutely put that in his mouth and eaten it.
And he would have been like, "Ooh, laser team."
Yeah. That's pretty good. I'm not really a huge popcorn guy, like at home
Yeah.
popcorn.
No, I get it.
But 75.
Okay. That's an average score of 82.5.
It's pretty good. If you're
Good
into popcorn and jalapeno, you'll like this a lot.
Thank you, Ethan, for sending us food from a sponsor that if you aren't a first subscriber, you listened to the ad of earlier.
Or if you are a first subscriber, you still went back just to listen to it because that's where we hide all the content.
That's where all
and
the
we-
content
and we
is.
try and keep it from
That's
you.
where the good part of the show is.
Also, next time, Ghost Baker, you buy us go nuts.com. I like call it go nuts.com because I go nuts when I get it. Maybe send giant bags of the chocolate gummy bears because that's what we like.
Those chocolate covered gummy bears were fun.
I'm just saying, if you're already paying for our sponsor food anyway, just add it to the order. That's all I'm saying.
I do recommend that, like,
mean,
this is his order and that's cool. Let us, like, influence your order.
I appreciate the gift,
a
but
la
get us what
Michael
we
and I
want.
influencing
Get us what we
each
want.
other.
We're gonna make what is an Amazon wish list, but it's gonna be called a nut list. Yeah, and Jordan and I are gonna add it to our nut list because if you get the things on our nut list, we go nuts.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the nut list.
We also get nuts.
We get nuts, we go nuts.
I have some muff opinions about that.
Okay.
Hey, the sunglasses and keychain noisemakers are on sale now at store.roosterteeth.com. So are the monkey shorts, which are the most comfortable shorts that we have.
Did that picture of
Real
Michael
nice
go on the?
loungewear. I'm sure it didn't.
I think so. I
Okay.
gave it to him again.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I gave
Did you
it to you.
did you
so
tell
my
them?
job was
did
done.
you tell them to
Uh-huh.
put it up there, or
Absolutely.
did you
Also,
give
it's
them
already
the picture?
dated now.
No,
the
because-
photo's
asked.
already dated now.
Because I gave
Yeah,
them.
you don't look like that.
I
anymore.
look terrible in that picture.
That's you got to send another one.
I'll do it. I'll send another one. We'll get that up by next year.
Hey, reminder. Those shorts, by the way, I gave a pair to Brendan, one of our security guards here. He's so fucking stoked.
Dude, we deck him out on all the Face Jam
Yeah.
stuff. He was
he's
also
got
wearing the shades at
sunglasses.
RTX.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He wears like pit vipers all the time. So
Yep.
it's we
He's,
we
just-
honestly could just make stuff for him specifically and then sell that to, the clientele of his kind.
There you go.
There
The
it is. It
picture's
is on
there.
the website.
Yay!
So
It's hidden.
So just so
It
you
needs
know,
to be the first
when
one.
I sent that to the merch team, I was in a meeting and I said, "Look, I'm sending this to you. You're all witnesses that I'm doing this, so that way it goes on the website. I'm not just sending you these pictures. Thank you."
See, I never say that. I just
Right.
let it fly.
Cool.
Also, what you can get away with more is you don't send it, you just show them real quick on your phone, and then there's no paper trail.
Great.
Right.
Hey, reminder: September 8th at 11 a.m. Face Jam Food Court live. We're gonna be doing a live
When is it?
Friday, September 8th
Okay.
at 11 a.m.
Does that work for
You
you?
said September, and then I heard 11 a.m. And I go,
Ooh.
whoa. I thought for a second, 11 a.m. Okay.
September 8th.
Gotcha.
Never forget.
Okay.
What's about to happen
We are going to release the
on the 8th?
the
Right.
official food court gavel, which you can buy. We will use for our rulings. You can buy, and you can temporarily rule on your friends' food conundrums,
Why is
and
it?
then send them
Why
in.
is it temporary? I
Oh,
don't quite
because they don't
understand
get the final word.
Yeah.
That's you guys. So
Right.
so what power they get through the gavel is like a minor ruling.
Right. I would
Right. We
just
had
say,
to be
like,
very
it's-
clear
it's
about that.
more
Like, this is not like
Yeah.
you don't.
You're
don't
not
become
a
a
judge.
judge.
I would say maybe not temporary. Maybe it's like a placeholder
Okay.
judgment,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Like it won't wear off until we come in.
Right.
A lower court ruling. That's
That's
good.
good.
Right.
Okay.
We'll come in. We'll veto it. We'll stomp on your
I
rights.
really
we'll
like
stomp
the
on their
idea.
rights.
We- yeah.
It doesn't
get it
matter.
for- you get
I'm
it
on
for
the
your
Supreme
lower
Court,
court
and I'm
ruling.
friends with a billionaire. Suck my dick, motherfucker.
Yeah, he gives me a bunch of stuff. What
There-
the fuck are
I
you
have
gonna do about
no
it?
ethics committee can control the Supreme Court. I am supreme.
And it's not a problem.
It's fine. What
It's
are you gonna
fine.
do? It's fine. We'll,
Right, it's fine. What are you gonna do?
We're
Yeah.
gonna regulate each other.
Right.
I'll watch
fine.
you. You watch me. It's
Yeah.
a perfect system.
Yeah.
Nothing can go.
You'll take me on a vacation. I'll take you on a vacation.
Follow at FaceJamPod to stay up to date with everything on Instagram, on Twitter. Check us out. And then Spit and Silly will be out next week. Email facejampod@roosterteeth.com. Let Gracie know your food conundrum so that way she can look at them and be like, this one's not that weird. And it'll be fucking
And
weird.
let Eric know your muff opinions.
Oh, man. What a,
All
Face-
my muff opinions go in the butter gutter.
Yeah, man. Face JAM is...
It's a very good show, and it's for mature, serious people.
It's just something. It's just a fun morning show to listen to on your drive to work.
Logan Roy would look at this and go, "These are serious people."
Yeah, he'd give us
And I
that
love
last speech standing on a box of paper, and we'd be like, "This guy rules. He's taking us to the top."
That's why I don't use the bathroom in airplanes. Rate and subscribe and tell a friend about the show where we eat food and rate the food and sometimes talk about Tron. Thanks for listening. Bye, everybody.
I'm in the foreground of the shot.
Shiv, it doesn't look good. They're they're working on him, and he was
He hasn't been breathing for 3.5 hours. It doesn't look good.
he was in the bathroom. I just don't, Shiv. I think
You should get up here in the sky.
I think
You should fly up into this plane now.
I think he's gone.
Fuck off.
What about Connor's wedding?